Jackson County. Also was a precinct chairman. That's hard work, but as I said in the convention, those are the infantry troops that are going to get us victory and across the line. He's from Highlands, one of my wife's second favorite towns next to Hendersonville. One thing that he's done is to run a successful restaurant. Having been in the investment analysis business for a little bit, I know that bankers are loath to make loans to restaurants because it's one of the riskiest businesses and there's a big turnover. But he made a success out of a restaurant, and that says something. He's been very active nationally in conservative Christian organization. His wife, which we see a lot, I'm proud to say, is Debbie.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Today. My wife of 32 years, Debbie, is here, but I have a special treat. My daughter, who is home just for the weekend, who has been campaigning with us, knocking on doors, is here, so I wanted to make sure I recognize Haley, my daughter, as well. And so it's good to be with you here in Henderson County. I'm Mark Meadows. I'm a conservative Christian businessman that truly has lived the American dream. I grew up poor. I found that one way to success is to work hard. And if you work hard, that eventually the results take care of themselves. And when we live the American dream, we live in a country that supports the American dream. And many people, the way that we've allowed government to run amok, has taken that and has twisted it around and said that government is the answer. And so I'm here today to say that we need to take back our country. We need to get government out of the way and allow the private sector to take back control. I'm fortunate enough to be here. Many of you I know by name. As we come to Henderson County, I've been fortunate enough to be endorsed by Carolyn Justice and my good friend Jeff Miller. When that happens, people that are willing to speak up for you, it does a great thing because it gives you credibility, but what also we need to do is make sure that we work harder than anybody else. We've been in 17 counties, we've been in all of those. We've been over and over again making sure that we get out and shake enough hands and make sure that we know what the issues are that are there. I stand for life, liberty, and less government. And from a life standpoint, I'm unapologetically pro-life. I believe that we need to stand up for the unborn. I believe that marriage is between one man, one woman at one time, period. And that's where we are. As we look at liberty, we need to make sure that we stand up and protect our liberties. We need to be strong on our Second Amendment rights. And I'm glad to say that I'm a strong supporter of our Second Amendment rights. We need to make sure that we stand up for the Constitution. Because you know what? We're allowing liberal judges to come in and take control of our Constitution, and enough is enough. We need to stand up and make sure that Congress stands up. We need to honor our veterans and our commitment to our veterans. You know, it's sad when we send them away and they protect our freedoms, and then when they come back, we say we're going to change the deal. We're going to change your insurance. We're going to change your retirement. We need to make sure that we stand up for our veterans. And the fourth thing under liberty is to make sure that we rein in the executive orders that are coming down. It is not his job, it's our job, and we need to take that back, and we need to do that now. When we talk about less government, Thomas Jefferson said a government large enough to give you everything that you want is large enough to take away everything that you have. And we need to limit that. We need to limit regulations. We have a 4-point plan that limits regulation, reduces it by 20%. We cut corporate taxes by 20%. We come back, we allow the repatriation of earnings that are abroad over the next 20 months, and we make sure that we become energy independent, or at least reduce our dependency on foreign oil by 20% by the year 2020. Those four things will create 10 million jobs, and we get back to full employment. That's a plan that will work. that's a plan that we need to instigate. You know, the government thinks that they can create jobs. Obama said he had a green energy plan, and what he was going to do is make sure that we created all those jobs and spent $38 billion to do so. And what did he do? He created 3,500 jobs. Out of that, that's a cost of a little over $1 million a job. It doesn't work. You know what? Anybody, it doesn't take an accountant, a rocket scientist, or anything else to figure out that those numbers don't work. And so we need to rein that in. It is time that we take back our country. I'm going to share with you two stories. It's a story of sacrifice and a story of perseverance. Under sacrifice, on the back of the Delaware Quarter is a horse and rider many people think is Paul Revere. It's actually a guy by the name of Caesar Rodney. And Caesar Rodney left from Delaware when the vote was 1-1. He rode through the night just to arrive just in time to Philadelphia to put his name on that Declaration of Independence. And he was the deciding vote that created this nation. Now, why is that important? Because Caesar Rodney had a green scarf that covered his face, which covered a cancer that could only be operated on back in England. So by doing that, he signed his death warrant. And so what I would ask you today is the perseverance and the sacrifice that we have of Caesar Rodney. Join me in taking back our country. I ask you for your support. I'm Mark Meadows. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you, Mark. Next on the agenda